Okay, there we go. All right, rock and roll. All right, everybody. Hello, everyone in the studio, and hello to everyone that's not in the studio coming in virtually. My name's Frank. If anybody wants to say hi, wave hi to the camera. The camera's here. Welcome to the Thursday night. I wanted to say Sunday. Thursday slow flow, getting ahead of myself. Thank you for coming out tonight. And I just want to tell you, I have a friend of the studio, friend of mine. He gave me this book once. It's a really great book about getting away and creating space for yourself. And he wrote a little thing in there. He had an opportunity to visit with some folks who left him with this phrase, a sanctuary in time. And that's what I hope that you can create on your mat this evening for the number of minutes that we're together, your own personal sanctuary in time. And so that it's all about you, right? Your focus is on your gaze, your breath, the flow that you create, and you create a little sanctuary on your mat that's all about you. Okay, so just get selfish for like 60 minutes or say it's good for you, okay? I think we got agreement on the screen, so let's go ahead and start in child's pose, guys. Get down on your hands and knees. Broaden out your knees. Try to touch your big toes together. And so that your chest literally hangs towards the floor in an open way. With your chest cavity open, take the opportunity to fill your lungs. As I mentioned, gaze and breath will guide you to a sense of oneness with you. This part of the practice is called integration. You get fully involved in your physical body to the exclusion of everything else. Really fill your lungs all the way up. I invite you to open your mouth and blow that air out. Right on, it's good. So fill up again. And a hallelujah, it's Thursday night, sigh. All right. Y'all come into tabletop. Get up onto your hands and your knees. And this practice, primarily Baptiste style, is part of Iyengar. Iyengar was really big on alignment. It's a safe place to be. So you set your knees under your hips and have your wrists underneath your shoulders. Literally bone on bone. You're on bone, nice and solid. Good. Now as you breathe in, raise up your head, push your chest up and drop your belly. Then exhale, reverse. Bring your chin to your chest and roll your back up in an arch. Good. Fill your lungs for what they call cow pose. Let your belly hang like a cow's udder full of milk. And then exhale, arch your back like you're one ticked off kitty cat, right? And then do 2 or 3 more on your own breath. Take your time. Be in the essence of your breath is creating movement, is generating it. Just feel your back kind of unfurl, get any kinks out. And after, you've done a couple, 3 of those, when you're finished, bring your back to where it feels flat. Check in on my people online. And then just go ahead and look at something between your feet, like at the back of your mat or a bit further back behind you. And all I ask is that you look at one thing. I have a tendency, I look down, I start tracking my eyes all about. I understand the challenge. Bring your gaze on one thing. Keep your gaze on that one thing. Breathe in, downward facing dog. Right. So it's just elevate your hips and make your body a big upside down V shape. And so the idea is you fill your back up with volume. Make it big. You know, and it's a good time. We just started. You maybe want to pedal your heels up and down, move your knees in and out. I'm quick to remind people in down dog, move your head. You'll carry tension in your neck and it feels normal, and it isn't. So really loosen up in your neck. Stay in your breathing practice. And just take a moment in stillness, like where do you feel like heavy? Are you heavy in the heels of your hands? Rather, press into your middle and index fingers. Use your lower arm bones to drive weight into those four fingers. Then push away from your hands. Push your inner ankles back. Push your outer ankles down. Take a full breath in. Go ahead and sigh. Ragdoll, walk to your hands. So the position is your feet are hip width distance, perhaps further than your hips apart. And the idea is to touch the top front of your legs with your chest. Sometimes that means you got to bend your knees. That's just what you need, bend. Make it so the top of your head faces earth. Ground down the four corners of your feet into your mat. Hold your eyeballs centered in their sockets. Feel your central nervous system slow down. It's like a calming effect. Take a deep breath in. Go ahead, sigh it out. Put your hands on the floor. And in this class, you have an option. Put your feet back underneath your hips or touch them together. Whatever feels comfortable for this one. Good, now place your hands on your sacrum, the lower big bone in your back. Then make the top of your head face forward. So come up with your shoulders as high as your hips. Make it long through your neck, long through the rest of your spine. Now reach in toward your spine with your shoulder blades. Make your elbows move in toward each other. Breathe. On your next inhale, extended mountain. Stand upright and move your hands toward the ceiling. And sense, do you feel aligned? Physically, structurally, in your bones, do you feel aligned? So as your shoulders are underneath your ears, your shoulders are above your hips, and your hips are above your ankles. And then make your bottom ribs pull into your body. Make your mid-back open up. Like feel air moving into your back. Take a deep breath in, and then bring your hands together in front of you. 3 arms. Breathe in. Raise your toes off your mat and then push into the big mound, like the big toe mound of your feet. Keep your toes up, but press into the big toe mound. Then press into the centers of your heels with same pressure in your big toe mound and the centers of your heels. And then draw pressure into the outside of your feet, on the back edges of your feet. Then lay your toes down upon your mat. Ground yourself. Feel it physically grounded in your legs, upright through your spine. Inhale, extended mountain. Simply move your hands up. Exhale, fold forward versus flop forward. Bow with precision. Come halfway up with your back flat. Exhale, fold. On an inhale, lift halfway. While you exhale, go to high plank. And then continue breathing. Set up your high plank and your breath. Now bring your mind's attention to your core. That area of muscles just underneath your belly button. Firm up in that area of your body. Breathe in, then go low. Hold it for a breath in, and then a breath out. Then the next time you inhale, up dog. Push your chest up, lift your head up, stretch your chest forward, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Life is indeed short. I encourage you, respect every moment, every breath. Get on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, walk or jump to the front. On an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, extended mountain. In an aligned way, stand up, fill your lungs. Exhale, bow forward. On an inhale, halfway lift, high plank. You get nice and solid in your core with an inhale, and then go low as you exhale. When it's time to breathe in, it's time for up dog, and it's time for down dog when you exhale. That's powerful, folks. Like putting your movement to breath is the essence of vinyasa. And when you're focused on that, there's nothing else to consider. You're really in a sanctuary in time. Get on your toes, bend your knees, inhale, come forward. Halfway lift, exhale, bow. With an inhale, extended mountain. And on your exhale, you fold. On your inhale, halfway lift, go to high plank. When you're good and ready, you breathe in. And then when you go at low, you exhale. When you breathe in, it's for up dog. And when you breathe out, it is to create your down dog. The joy of creation. I don't know how many of you are artists or wish to be. I know I'm not one much. And I get joy out of creating flow on my mat. So I invite you to be in joyful place of creating flow on your mat. Get on your toes, bend your knees, inhale, exhale, move forward. Now everyone touch your feet together for this one. Come halfway up, bow, chair pose. All right, so you bend your knees a little and work leverage, like work to leverage your knees together to bring your hips down a bit further. Leverage all that solid muscle mass in your legs to scoot your hips a bit lower. Breathe in, bow forward. Come to a flat back, and then get to low, straight away or through high plank. Then from low on an inhale, up dog, and from up dog, because you're exhaling, down dog. All right, bring your right knee into your chest. No. Like, wait a minute, this is warrior one. No, knee to chest. Listen, breathe. Now, step your right foot to your right hand. Set up for warrior one. The setup is in your feet. You turn your left foot down, engage your leg muscles, and then perhaps as you stand, you're breathing in. That's the ideal. All right? Have your front knee be above your front ankle. So again, on bone, on your front lower leg bone. Make your chest face forward. Breathe in, low plank. Take your time now. When it's ready to up dog, it's because you're inhale, and it's only time for down dog because you're exhaling. Stay in your flow. Okay, bring your left knee into your chest. Plug it in there. Squeeze with your core. Breathe. And then step with purpose into warrior one. Purposely set your feet down. Feel your legs kind of quaking, like, they're alive. And then rise up with breath in. Hold your eyeballs centered in their sockets. Breathe in and flow to low. Then you flow with an inhale to up dog, and you flow with an exhale for down dog. And I'm calling ideal state. Like ideally your movement is coming from a breath. It just takes practice, a little patience, and a bit of dedication. And I honor all of you for being dedicated, committed to your health and attending this class this evening. Get on your toes, bend your knees, inhale, move forward. Inhale, half lift, exhale, bow. Inhale, chair pose. Come upright, right? So still aligned, ears above your shoulders, shoulders above your hips. Squeeze your leg muscles into the bones in your legs. Breathe in, fold. Halfway lift, get to low, whether it's straight away or through high plank. And then inhale because you're up dogging, and your down dog comes from an exhale. All right, and then take your time, warrior one, move your right foot to your right hand. Key word of the practice is slow flow. Know that your feet are down. Know that you're really feeling your body. You're in your body now. Breathe in, low plank. With an inhale, it's up dog. And on your exhale, go to your down dog. I call it yours because it is your dog. Right? These aren't just poses. They're creations. So create warrior one. Take your time, left foot to your left hand. Create it from the ground up. No good builder would start building the building from the top down. Build your foundation and lift up. Take a deep breath in, low plank. And an inhale causes your up dog, and an exhale creates your down dog. Set your gaze on one thing and breathe deep and slow. Feel that calm settle in on your nervous system once again. Not anxious, not regrets. Here, a joyful moment in your body. Bend your knees, lift to your toes, inhale, then come forward. Feet together, halfway lift, fold, chair pose. All right, so what I've learned is I take my heels a bit further apart because my knees are shot and really drive my inner knees together. Create that wedge with bone and muscle so you can stay upright. Draw your hands to your heart center. Just get back into your legs here. Don't even worry about your hands and arms. Feel your feet and feel your legs. Breathe in, then put your left elbow to your right knee. If you can catch it on the outside of your right knee, that's all better. Watch your right kneecap. It's going to slip back away from your left kneecap, which is not a healthy place. Hold your knees together. Elevate your chest, lower your hips. Now you can move your hands open. Move your right hand toward the ceiling. Put your left fingertips on your mat or block. And oh, by the way, in the studio, please leave your blocks where they are. We are going to clean them for you, all right? Reach up with your chest as you inhale. Then when you exhale, turn your chest a little more. Breathe in, ragdoll. Take all that weight out of your back. Take your feet out as wide as your hips. Bury your chest on top of your legs. I invite you to literally drop your head. Take a deep breath in. Let it out with your sigh. Right, hands back on the floor. Bring your feet together. And time it now. As you inhale, stand up, chair pose. Be in your flow. You create it. Good, now bring your hands to your heart center so they're not of any import. There's nothing going on. Feet and legs here. Be in your feet and legs. Breathe in. Exhale, right elbow to your left knee. And again, I remind you, watch your left kneecap. If it slips back a little, draw it forward. And you know if your hips are higher than your chest, reverse. Like shake that thing and open it up. Spread open your hands now if you want. Right. There's this cool pose called side crow. If you want to try that one on, don't be scared. Go for it. Breathe. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in. Turn to your openest place. One more inhale. Ragdoll. Yeah. You learn, like, no fear on your mat. And your mindset is, this is healthy and I'm going to stay in a healthy place, then there's nothing to be concerned about. It's very safe practice. Take a deep breath in. Let all that air go. Then put your hands on the floor. Touch your feet together. And on an inhale, extended mountain. Breathe fully in. Hands up. And then lift your left foot off the ground. Stand on your right foot. Aligned, right? All the way through your spine aligned. Take a full breath in. Warrior 3, move your hands forward and press your left heel back. Now, if you're wondering, T-shape is not required, right? Your body have to be like a T. Just get it so your heel and your thumbs are kind of in a line, right? Breathe. Activate your left foot. Press hard through your left heel. Good. Draw your hands to heart center. Inhale. Half moon. Move your left hand toward the ceiling. Put your right fingertips upon your block. Right. Now, here, your right foot has a tendency to turn in slightly, which ain't safe for your knee. So look down at your right foot. Face it to the front of your mat. Then jack your top hip so it's above your bottom hip. That's the essence of the pose right there. Then look up. What happens if you look up and fall out? What does that mean? Nothing. Just get right back up into it. Take a full breath in and lift. Ease on down to ragdoll. Bring it down to earth. Drop your head. Drop your head. Trust me, when I first started practicing so many years ago, I was concerned what people thought when I was practicing. And it did. It took me a little while to figure out, don't nobody care what you're doing, Frank. Really don't care, you know? You're on your mat. It's about you, right? So whatever's going on in the room, have no concern for it. Be about you. Take a deep breath in, and then let it all go. All right, hands to the floor. Bring your feet together. And on an inhale, extended mountain. All right? You know where we're going. You stand on your left foot. In an upright, full standing position. Breathe in, and then your warrior three, whether it's like this, a little more, or full on T shape. Right? Breathe. You want to be a little bigger in your practice? Breathe bigger. Don't hold short on your breath. Your practice will expand as your breathing practice expands. Draw your hands to heart center, inhale, half moon. Jack up your right hip over your left hip. Reach up with your right hand. Breathe. Good. And then the idea is that you look up to your top hand. Right? Pretend like you're the moon. Only in half moon, you're expressing full shiny moon. Open up. Breathe in. Ragdoll. Bring it to earth. Bring it to earth. I invite you to drop the top of your head towards the earth. Get your breath. Your breath will get away from you, right? You're like, whoa, where did it go? Call it back. Create it. Take a deep breath in. Let it all go. All right, put your hands on the floor. Bring your feet together. One more time. Inhale, extended mountain. Then bring your hands together at a heart center. Tree. Put your right foot up high into your left thigh, above your knee. If you can't do it without your hand, grab ankle and pull your foot up above your knee. Then look forward, something that's not moving. I used to think, well, I need something to look at. No, you don't. Balance is inside every one of you. Poise, grace, it's inside. Tap into it with your gaze and your breath. And that balance is going to look a little different for everybody. It's going to look different on each side of your body. Be good with what you got. It's good. Right? Because you're great. The least you can do is good. Right? Take a deep breath in, and then both feet on the ground. And then switch. Maybe you don't even move your hands. You just switch feet. Right? So I used to think all this was a standing balance. It wasn't too long ago I realized there's a bit of hip opener here as well. Right? So feel your left hip open up. Lift the top of your head skyward. Yeah, if you want to lift up your hands, explore, kids. Like this room, consider it adult romper room. Like just play. It's your sandbox. Breathe. Look up. Take it back maybe. Take a deep breath in. Hallelujah. Like a ooh la la, crazy. And then back on both feet, nice and safe. All right? If you would, just go all the way to the front of your mat. See your feet at the edge of your mat. Right? Because this room is about your edge. What is your edge? Right? Play it. Nice. From a aligned place, ground your feet. Breathe in, extended mountain. Raise your hands up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. High plank. Bring your mind's attention to your core. Firm up in your belly. Uddiyana Bandha. Breathe in, then go low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right? You're back on earth. Everything's copacetic. Feel your feet, feel your hands. Feel the broadness that you're creating in the backside of your body. Bold, open. All right, warrior one, move your right foot to your right hand. And again, it's slow flow, take your time. Precision, it's like You are the master of your feet, what's going on in your legs. You're the capitan of your body. Draw your hands to heart center, inhale. Warrior two, bring your right hand forward, your left hand back. Right? If you've ever heard a teacher say in yoga, open, warrior two, that's an expression of opening the front side of your body through your hips and your chest. And just look at the middle finger of your front hand. And while you're looking at your fingers, lower your hips a little more because you can. All right, inhale, straighten your front leg, triangle. Touch your block on the outside of your front leg with your right fingertips. Yeah, boy, keep your right foot facing the front of your mat. There you go. All right. So I ask you to just touch your fingertips down to encourage your torso lifted up from the ground. To maximize malleability in your spine, it's a physics thing. It requires ascension and extension. So ascend your spine, extend your head out long, and then as you exhale, draw back your top lung a little. One more breath in, warrior two. Good. Now, would you straighten your front leg and turn your feet to face the left side of your mat? Right? Elevate your hands toward the ceiling, breathe in. Then bring your hands down to your mat right under your shoulders. Place them flat. Again, get so at the top of your head faces the earth. And see, can you get the tips of your fingers in line with the tips of your toes? So you might have to move your hands back a little. Right? Soften your knees, engage your leg muscles. Now, those of you that have a practice tripod headstand, you feel free to go there. If that's not where you are tonight, fantastic. On an inhale, come up halfway to your fingertips with your arms straight and your back flat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long and flat. Exhale, fold. One more halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. Then place your hands on your sacrum, that lower backbone, bottom bone in your back. Make the top of your head lift up towards the side of the room. So your shoulders as high as your hips. Feel your legs and core now, and slowly stand up as you're breathing in. Okay, now turn your left foot toward the back of your mat, warrior two. Yep. See what happens when you go to the back of the room? Sometimes you end up being in the front of the room. You're like, darn it, I wanted to stay in the back. Breathe. Good. Just look at the middle of your finger of your front hand. I know it's like a mirror, like, look at me. No, look at the middle finger of your front hand. Just there. That's the extension of your body. Stay in your body with your gaze, with your presence. And straighten your front leg and go to triangle. Probably have to reach around, grab your block. Ground the four corners of your feet. Work to raise your bottom ribs toward the ceiling. And then use your exhale to draw your top lung back. Maybe just a little is good. Please do not force twist. Just go where it feels healthy. One more breath in, warrior two. Good, then straighten your left leg. Again, face all your toes toward the left side of your mat. Lift your hands toward the ceiling, breathe in. And then bow forward. Bring your hands together right on the side of each other, underneath your face, on the floor. Yeah, on the ground, underneath your face. Then walk your left hand over on top of your left foot and put your right hand over your left hand. And then you see that valley between the top of your left leg and your left underarm? Look up through that area. There you go. Right here. Hi, I see you here. Right here. Hello. Yeah, there you go. Breathe. Drop your head. And then slowly walk over to your right foot. Put your right hand upon it and put your left hand over your right hand. And then look up between your right armpit and the top of your right leg. Can you let your head go? Really let it go. Feel that stretch through the left side of your body. All right, then just walk your hands back to center. Put your hands back on your sacrum. With your back flat as you inhale, stand up. Then bring your hands to your heart center. Turn your right foot toward the front of your mat and walk or one step it up into Samasthiti. Boom, right at the front of your mat again. All aligned, right? Feel it structurally in your skeletal system, aligned. Ground your feet. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, high plank. Breathe in, exhale, low. Inhale, back high. Whoops, high plank, high plank. Downward facing dog. Yeah, just check in if you're still present, you know. Okay, inhale to high. Touch your right elbow with your right knee. What? Yep. Inhale, push your foot back. Exhale, bring your right knee over to your left elbow. Inhale, push your heel back. Exhale, right knee to your nose, your lips, your face. Inhale, push it back, downward facing dog. Set your gaze on one thing and breathe. All right, high plank. Take a breath in. Left knee to left elbow, exhale. Inhale your left heel back, then left knee to right elbow as you exhale. Inhale, sing it back. Exhale, knee to nose, somewhere around your face. Lick your knee, push it back, downward facing dog. Inhale to high plank. And while you breathe deep and slow, lower all the way to the floor. It might take you one breath, it could take you a couple, however, what feels right. And then put one side of your face on your mat. This is where it gets a little tricky, because your mind wants to get tricky with you. You lay down and your brain goes, ding, my turn. It's normal. That's the human brain. It's very active. And so you center your eyeballs in your sockets and you stay in your breathing practice to cause the cessation of the turbulations of your mind. Slow things down. I invite you to roll your head the other way. Stay in your breath. The practice of breathing. It took me a while, like starting out, I thought it was a practice of doing poses. Yeah, just add breath when you can, brother, just to survive. It took a little while and it shifted. I was like, okay, let me put my emphasis on my breathing practice. And it was remarkable how my body responded in such a dynamic way through the rest of my practice. And it's there, it's available for all of you. You just turn your attention to breathing, your body will respond in a wonderful way. Okay, we'll do locust. So put your forehead or chin on your mat, turn your palms down onto your mat. Now for the first one, as you breathe in, simply lift up your chest, just your chest. So raise your chest up and try to get the bone in the middle of your chest to face the front of whatever room you're in. Breathe. Danny, why isn't anything happening for you, dear? Lift up, breathe in. It's like, I'll consider it, and then the next one. Breathe in, and then come on back to earth. That's probably what happens when people don't have their cameras on at home, or like, you can't even see it. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna pass on this one, Frank. Okay, and that's okay. Now the next locus, more than just your chest you want to lift, go for it, right? But lift up your chest at a minimum. Lift up your feet, your legs, your hands, your arms. Feel at liberty to lift, breathe in, and then you lay back down. Okay. This last one, be conscious of what you're doing, all right? So you're really working the back muscles, your lower back muscles. So breathe in and lift up your body. What I invite you to do is turn your chin down, make your neck bones long. Lift your arms, lift your feet and legs, breathe in, and then back to earth. Good. Now place your hands down by your lower ribs, flat on your mat, with your fingers facing forward. Look to see are your wrists underneath your elbows. They feel like they will, but I guarantee you probably slide them back a little bit more. Good. Then you do either cobra or upward facing dog. Cobra, you don't lift up your legs, so you keep your elbows bent. If you're going for straighten out your arms, it's up dog, so lift up your pelvis, lift up your legs, draw your chest forward, breathe in, downward facing dog. See one thing. Trust me, it ain't got to be the same thing every time. A new thing, but one thing. One breath. Now, get to your toes, bend your knees, look forward, walk or jump through your hands, get onto your back, right away bridge. Boom, boom, boom. I used to call it the triple breeze. Bum, back, bridge, right? With nothing else added. So go. Ain't waiting for. Ground your feet and lift your hips. All right. Now, your legs will only lift your hips so much. And that's okay. Once your legs have got your hips up as high as they'll go, work your back. Draw your shoulder blades into your spine. Lift them up through your chest. Go up as high as you can, breathe in, and then bring your hips to the ground and move your knees slowly side to side. And do another bridge right away, pronto. Up and at them. Everybody go, even you at home, come on now, wherever you are, bridge. Don't cheat yourself, right? It's only you. Right? You're not cheating anybody else. Use your legs and back to lift your hips, and then you're back on earth. Knees side to side, real easy like. Now, the thing is, if you've ever done wheel, do wheel now, right now. If you're still with the bridge, do another bridge. One or the other. Bridge or wheel. Push your chest through your shoulders. Lift your hips up. Breathe in. And then you're back to earth. Move your knees side to side. Do another one. Bridge or wheel. If you were like, well, I know I can do wheel, but the last one I didn't, go for it now. I'll give you another chance. Do your wheel. Do your bridge. Everybody lift. Looking on the camera. Who's with me? Come on, get up, everybody. Do it for your health. Lift. Awesome. And then everybody back to the earth. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. Let your knees move apart. You put your hands where you like them to be. Get back into your breathing practice. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Rock and roll forward and back a few times. And you know me, if you've ever taken my practice, it's raining. And when Frank teaches and it's raining, we do boat. So everybody in boat. Full expression, legs and arms straight. Okay? You need, if you wish, modify, bend your knees. Heck, grab the back of your hamstrings. That's cool too. Right? Lift up through your chest and point your toes towards your face. Breathe. All right, inhale, low plank. Shoulders and heels at a hover. Stay here for a moment. Feel it in your core, solid. Breathe in, exhale, back to high. Breathe in, back to low. Get rid of the air and come up into high. And then breathe into low. One more time, high. Hold it, hold it. Back into low, hold low. Heels and shoulders hover. Feel it strong in your core. Breathe in, then lay flat and stretch out. Move your hands over your head, stretch your toes forward. Relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your face muscles. Relax the muscles in your neck. Really let every joint in your body go soft. We helped rescue a dog. And I'm not one for laying on the floor too much, but it's kind of cool. I just lay on the floor, the dog snuggles up. It's like, somebody loves me. I know my wife loves me, but it's nice to have another person, dog, love you. Yeah, it's good to be on the floor. Feel it. Okay, bring your knees one at a time into your chest. Give yourself a hug. That's one thing we are totally not getting enough of these last few months, enough hugs. Hug yourself. Then rock and roll a few times, however many you want. When you don't want to rock and roll forward and back anymore, you go into down dog. It's a nice little rub down for your spinal column. But you end up in down dog. Back to familiar, right? If you didn't know it, down dog is an inversion. Anytime your head's lower than your hips, it's an inversion. And it's soothing. It's intended to soothe. Yeah, you're stretching. There's dynamically strong things happen in your body. Most importantly, loosen up in your neck. Maybe move your head around a little bit. Breathe. All right, y'all put your feet together. Lift your right heel up toward the ceiling, inhale. Lizard. Put your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Make it so your right knee is stacked over your right ankle. Look at it. Then make your left heel be stacked over your left toes. And I invite you to look at your back foot. Just look at your foot. Give it some attention. Oh, maybe you have your feet stuffed in shoes all day or not. You just don't really see them very often. See your foot. Breathe down so that your foot is like, whoa, I feel oxygen down here. If you wish to go a little deeper, you can put your elbows on a block or put your elbows away on the floor. Now, a little breathing plug here. You breathe deep, you can take this pose a little deeper. That's what'll get you there. It won't be subconscious or willpower or mastery of mind. Your breath takes you deeper. Stay with it for 3 breaths. Give yourself 3 full breaths and be true to yourself. When you get the last bit of exhale on that 3rd exhale, then you go to down dog. You can do it. 3 breaths. Set your gaze on one thing. Consciously breathe. Alrighty, put your feet back together. Move your left heel up high. Inhale. Lizard. Some poses you can get why they call them that pose, This one I don't really see lizard in it. Except I'm not fond of lizards. I think they're kind of ugly. So I attributed ugly to this pose. I really did. This is an ugly pose. And now it lasted for a while. And I decided, you know what? I can breathe 3 breaths here. I can do this. For 3 breaths, I can do this. And then I said, I could probably do 3 more. and it just kept growing. And so I was so locked into breathing, I was like, what pose? This is not ugly. This is really quite nice. A sanctuary in time here, folks. Respect the moment. Give yourself 3 full breaths, and not until that last bit of exhale on that third time comes, you go to down dog. Honor yourself with that. Yeah, and come on, child's pose is always available, please. I would never take child's pose as a beginner. I was like, nope, not me. I don't care if people are falling out and I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I ain't doing it. All that pride crap. No, child pose is for you. It's intended to restore your breathing practice. If you need to, do it. You want to do it. But let it be your body telling you to go there rather than your head. Take a deep breath in. Let it all go. Then just walk up to your hands and take a seat. Sit down facing the front of your mat and touch the front of your feet together. Touch your feet together. Yeah, legs straight, right? But you can bend your knees a little bit. If you would all humor me and just bend a little bit in your knees. Relax through your arms and hands. Rather, lift up through your spine and head. Breathe in, then reach out with these ribs. Like really go long in your lower ribs. Try to reach out over your thighs with your bottom ribs. It's about making your back extend to make your vertebrae draw open. So to encourage that, on an inhale, lift a little, get a little more long in your lower back, and then reach toward your toes with the top of your head. Good, a little lift on an inhale, and as full forward and flat as you can go. As you inhale, rise to seated, and then just simply roll back onto your lower arms, fish. Right? So you just keep your chest off the ground, come on your lower arms and look back. Do you feel like the front of your body is open? Ask yourself that. All right? If not, do something about it. Point your toes forward. Feel open through your toes, your legs, your torso, your chest especially. That big opening in your chest, full on fill it with air. Feel the front of your neck open up. Take a deep breath in, and then gently, mindfully come all the way to your back. From there, you go into whatever inverted pose calls out for you. Typically for me, waterfall calls me a lot. Just sit on your back, put a block on your hip, and raise your feet toward the ceiling. Sometimes I get a call for shoulder stand, or even sometimes traditional headstand. The call of the pose, I would encourage you, maybe bring in the word restoration. Like, yes, this pose, and it speaks restoration to me. So be in a restorative place here. It's typical, you get in this place and I ain't got to breathe no more. Practice about over, forget breathing. It's a very active asana practice. You stay committed to conscious breathing. Ujjayi is what it's called. Now, if you got shoulder stand, you wish to go to plow, go for it. Bring your feet to the floor over the top of your head. When your toes are on the ground and plow, lift up the back of your legs toward the ceiling. Breathe. Those of you that are in plow, I invite you to go to deaf man's. Bend your knees and put your inner knees over your ears. What a magnificent stretch of the back that pose is. It's really nice. Wherever you are, you're great. Be in your sanctuary in time. Those of you that got deaf mans, go back into plow. Once you're in plow, put your hands on your lower back. One leg at a time from plow, back to shoulder stand. Take a full breath in. Let it all come out. Everyone to earth. Remove your blocks. Great. Now, bring your right knee up and hold your knee with your left hand. Extend your right arm open. Push your left foot all the way forward. Left leg straight. Breathe in. Then exhale, bring your leg across you. Your leg will go no further. Then you look to the right. Move your neck last. Healthy, healthy, healthy. And again, take the twist where it feels healthy, not beyond that space. Take a full breath in. Go ahead, open your mouth and let it out. Right? And then bring your knees back up. Hug yourself again. I invite you. You mighty warriors, give yourself a hug. Then you push your right foot all the way forward. Hold your left knee with your right hand. Open up your left arm. Breathe in. And then cross your left leg over you. I know, it's kind of challenging when you're twisted a little bit to breathe fully. I invite you to really feel firm in your core. Hold your breath of Ujjayi in your upper chest cavity. Get all the breath you can here. Take one more breath in. Let it all go. One more hug. Give yourself a hug. Fill your lungs all the way, folks. And as you exhale, move to Shavasana. Wherever you are. Now, create yourself the sanctuary of rest. You've but a few moments here to truly let go and enjoy your rest. Breathe in. Let it go. Perhaps you want to stretch or start to bring a little movement back into your body. Whatever helps encourage full consciousness from your conscious rest. For good measure, bring your knees back into your chest. Truly embrace yourself. Move on to your right side body. Bring your eyeballs centered into their sockets with your eyes closed. Come to seated. Get your bottom, your legs, your base, get your base grounded. And elevate up through your spine, through the top of your head. Generate, again, an aligned structure within. And place your hands together in the middle of your chest. 3 ohms. Inhale. Wow, the joy of having people in the room to own with you. It's delightful. Y'all put your thumbs to the middle of your forehead. Feel your lungs. Namaste. Thank you. I applaud all of you. Yeah, online, in the studio. Appreciate you very much. I'm going to turn this light on because this one's not quite bright enough. Hey, if you hadn't heard, Mbody's reopening, as so many wonderful businesses are. And to celebrate the reopening of the studio, our owner is offering huge discounts on memberships. The annual, 3-month, 1-month, class passes. Man, if there's ever time to get in your game on a regular program in the studio, is now the time. It's on the cheap. And even if you have something going on now, you can purchase this now, let whatever you have run out, and then whatever you buy now will pick up whenever you have expires, okay? You guys online as well, that goes for you too, okay? Wherever you are, right? Your first point of importance is go hydrate. It's hot in Florida, you sweated real good, so hydrate, get the nutrition back in your body. I pray all of you stay healthy. I used to say safe. I think healthy encompasses safe. So I'm going to pray you stay healthy and that God meets you in every need that you may have. I so look forward to seeing all of you soon. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye, everybody online. Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure. 100% my pleasure. Hope
That's
you all have a great
amazing.
evening.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.